Hey there, welcome back to English Sprout TV. I'm Alex.
And I'm Emma. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Real Life English.
Today, we're tackling something that confuses almost every English learner I've ever met. It's small, it's only 2 or 3 words long, but it shows up in almost every single conversation.
Let me guess, the difference between will and going to?
Exactly, you got it. Will and going to. They both talk about the future, right? But native speakers choose one over the other for very specific reasons. And if you pick the wrong one, people will still understand you, but you won't sound natural.
And that's our goal here at English Sprout TV. Not just to help you be understood, but to help you sound natural and confident when you speak.
So in today's episode, we're going to break this down into 3 simple parts. First, we'll look at when we use will. Second, when we use going to. And third, and this is the fun part, we're going to put you into some real-life situations so you can hear the difference in action.
Plus, at the end of the episode, we have a quick challenge for you. So stick around, grab your notebook if you have one, and let's get started.
Okay, Emma, before we dive in, let me ask you something. If a student comes up to you and says, I will go to the store tomorrow, and I am going to go to the store tomorrow, do both sentences mean the same thing?
Technically, yes. Both are about the future. Both are grammatically correct, but they feel different. If someone says, I will go to the store, it sounds like they just decided that very second. Like, oh, I need milk. I will go to the store.
Right, it's spontaneous. It's a decision made at the moment of speaking.
But if they say, I'm going to go to the store, it sounds like they already thought about it before. They made a plan. Maybe they wrote it on a list. Maybe they told their roommate.
So here's the simplest way to think about it, everyone. Will is often for decisions made right now, in the moment. Going to is for plans and intentions you had before this moment.
But, and this is important, that's not the whole story. There are a few more rules, and we're going to walk through all of them together.
Let's start with will. Emma, give me a classic example of a spontaneous decision.
Okay, imagine we're sitting here recording this podcast and suddenly my phone rings. I look at the screen and I say, oh no, I forgot to call my mom back. I'll call her after we finish.
Perfect. You didn't plan to say that 5 minutes ago. You saw the phone, you remembered, and you made the decision right now. That's will.
Another classic example is when someone knocks on the door, you stand up and say, I'll get it.
Exactly. You didn't plan to open the door. It just happened, and you decided in that exact second. So, rule number 1 for will, spontaneous decisions at the moment of speaking.
Now, Alex, what about promises? I feel like will is the king of promises.
Absolutely. When you want to make a promise, something serious, something from the heart, will is your best friend. Think about wedding vows. I will love you forever. Not I am going to love you forever. That would sound weird, right?
Very weird. So promises use will. I will be there for you. I will never forget this. I will help you move on Saturday.
Wait, that last one, I will help you move on Saturday. Is that a promise or an offer?
It's both. And that brings us to the next use of will. Offers. When you offer to do something for someone, you almost always use will. I'll carry those bags for you. I'll make you a cup of tea. Don't worry, I'll drive.
Let me add one more. Requests. When you ask someone to do something, you often use will. Will you pass me the salt? Will you help me with this? Will you close the window?
Good point. So to recap will so far, we have spontaneous decisions, promises, offers, and requests. That's already 4 situations where going to would sound strange or wrong.
There's one more big one. Predictions based on opinion or belief. Not predictions based on evidence, we'll talk about that in a minute, but predictions based on what you think or believe.
Give me an example.
Sure. Imagine we're talking about a soccer match tonight. Brazil is playing Argentina. You ask me, Alex, who do you think will win? And I say, I think Brazil will win. I'm not looking at the weather, I'm not looking at injuries, I'm just giving my opinion, my belief. That's will.
Or if someone says, I think it will rain tomorrow. They looked at the sky and they have a feeling. It's not a scientific fact, it's just their guess.
Exactly. So let's do a quick recap of will before we move on. Everyone listening, repeat after us in your head or out loud if you're alone. Will is for spontaneous decisions, promises, offers, requests, and predictions based on opinion.
Got it? Great. Now let's flip the coin.
Going to. Or, as we often say in fast speech, gunner. But in this podcast, we'll say going to clearly so you can hear every word.
To number one use of going to is plans and intentions, things you decided to do before this conversation.
Example time. It's January. Someone asks me, Emma, what are your plans for the summer? And I say, I'm going to visit Japan in July. I didn't decide that 5 seconds ago. I've been thinking about it for weeks. Maybe I already bought the ticket.
Another one. We're going to have a baby. You don't say, we will have a baby. That sounds like a spontaneous decision in the delivery room. Going to shows this was planned, discussed, and intended.
Or at work. I'm going to finish this report by Friday. You told your boss. You put it in your calendar. It's a plan. So, rule number one for going to, pre-planned intentions.
Now, here's where it gets interesting. Going to is also used for predictions based on evidence, not opinion. Evidence.
Something you can see, hear, or know right now. This is the famous black cloud example.
Yes. Imagine you look out the window and you see huge, dark storm clouds. You say, look at those clouds. It's going to rain.
You're not guessing. You're not giving your opinion. You have evidence, the clouds, and you're predicting what will happen because of that evidence.
Another example. You're driving with a friend. The traffic light turns yellow. Your friend is still speeding toward it. You say, watch out. You're going to hit that car.
You can see the situation. You have evidence. The car is close. The light is red. Your friend isn't stopping. It's not an opinion. It's a prediction based on what is happening right now.
Or at a party, you see someone holding a huge stack of paper plates, and one plate is sliding off. You shout, that plate is going to fall.
Evidence. You can see it happening. That's going to.
So, to recap, going to. We use it for plans and intentions we made before now, and predictions based on current evidence.
Beautiful. Now let's do something really useful. Let's compare them side by side in the same situation so you can feel the difference. Scenario 1. The phone rings. Emma is closer to the phone.
If I say, I'll get it, that's spontaneous. I just heard the ring. I decided right now to answer.
But if I say, Emma, are you going to answer the phone? That means I'm asking about your plan. Did you already decide to answer it? Maybe we agreed earlier that you would take all the calls today.
Exactly. Same action, completely different meaning.
Scenario 2. A friend is crying.
Oh no, don't cry. I'll help you. That's an offer, spontaneous, made right now because I see you're upset.
But if I say, I'm going to help you move next weekend, that's a plan. We talked about it yesterday. I put it in my calendar.
Scenario 3. Predictions.
I think the economy will improve next year. That's my opinion. I read some articles, I have a belief, but I have no hard proof.
But look at this. Look at those empty shelves in the supermarket. People are panicking. Prices are going to go up. That's not my opinion. I have evidence right in front of me.
Can you feel the difference? It's subtle, but it's powerful.
Let's do one more. Scenario 4. Marriage.
I will love you forever. Promise. Emotional. From the heart.
We are going to get married next June. Plan. Date is set. Venue is booked. Invitations are out.
Both are about the future. Both are correct, but they serve different purposes.
Okay, Alex, let's talk about mistakes. What do learners usually get wrong with will and going to?
The biggest mistake is using will for everything, because will is shorter, easier to say, and it feels like the default future. So learners say things like, tomorrow I will go to the gym, and then I will meet my friend, and then I will go home.
And grammatically, that's not wrong, but it sounds robotic. It sounds like a robot reading a schedule. Native speakers would say, tomorrow I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to meet my friend, and then I'm going to go home, because these are plans.
Another mistake? Using going to for offers. I've heard learners say, I'm going to help you with that back. It's not terrible, but it sounds a little strange. The natural, friendly offer is, I'll help you with that back.
And here's a tricky one, using will after words like if, when, before, after, and until. In those cases, we usually use the present simple, not will. For example, when I see him, I will tell him. Wait, actually, that one is correct.
You got me for a second. Yes, in time clauses with when, if, before, after, and until, we use the present simple in the first part, but we can use will in the main clause. When I see him, I'll tell him. That's fine.
But you cannot say, when I will see him, I'll tell him. That's the mistake. No double will.
Good catch. So remember, when I see him, I'll tell him, not when I will see him.
One more common mistake, confusing going to with the present continuous. I'm going to the store and I'm going to go to the store are different.
Yes, I'm going to the store, present continuous, means right now I am in the process of leaving. I'm going to go to the store, going to, future, means I have a plan to go later.
So if your friend asks, what are you doing tonight? And you say, I'm going to study, that's going to future. But if you say, I'm going to the library, that's present continuous. You're actually leaving now.
English is fun, isn't it?
So much fun.
Now let's put this into some real conversations. We're going to act out 3 short dialogues. Listen carefully for will and going to.
Hey, Alex, I'm so glad we could meet. I have news.
Oh, what's up?
I'm going to quit my job.
What? Really? When did you decide this?
Last month. I've been thinking about it for a long time. I'm going to start my own business.
Wow, that's huge. What kind of business?
I'm going to open a small bakery. I already found a location. I'm going to sign the lease next week.
Emma, that's amazing. I'll help you any way I can.
You will?
Of course. I'll design your website, I'll help with social media, and I'll taste all your cakes for free.
You're the best. I knew I could count on you.
Did you hear the difference? Emma used going to for all her plans, quitting her job, starting a business, signing the lease. These were decisions she made before our conversation. I used will for my offers. I'll help you, I'll design your website, I'll taste your cakes. These were spontaneous offers made right in the moment.
Let's do another one.
Pass the popcorn, would you?
Sure, here. Oh, wait, look at the TV. The main character is opening that creepy door.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
He's going to do it. He's going to open the door.
And he's going to regret it, I can tell.
See? Going to for predictions based on evidence. We can see the scene. We know how horror movies work. We have evidence.
Exactly. Now let's do one more.
So, are we still going to Paris in March?
Yes, I'm gonna book the tickets this weekend. I'm gonna ask my boss for time off on Monday.
Great. I'm going to pack light this time. Last time I brought way too much.
I'm gonna make a list so I don't forget anything.
And I'm going to learn some French phrases before we go.
Good idea. I think the trip will be amazing.
Me too. I think we will have so much fun.
Notice something here. All the planning, booking tickets, asking for time off, packing, making lists, learning French, that's all going to. But when we give our opinion about the future, I think the trip will be amazing. That's will. Prediction based on belief, not evidence.
Perfect.
Okay, now your turn. We're going to give you 5 sentences with a blank. Decide, should it be will or going to? Say your answer out loud or write it down. We'll give you the answers after a short pause.
Number 1. Oh no, I forgot to buy milk. I get some after work.
The answer is will, spontaneous decision you just remembered.
Number 2. Look at that car. It crashed into the tree.
Going to, prediction based on evidence. You can see it happening.
Number 3. We have dinner with my parents on Sunday. We already reserved the table.
Going to, it's a plan. You reserved the table.
Number 4. Don't worry about your bags. I carry them for you.
Will, it's an offer, spontaneous and friendly.
Number 5. I promise I never lie to you again.
Will, promises always use will.
How did you do? If you got 3 or more right, great job. If not, don't worry. Just listen to this episode again. Repetition is the mother of learning.
Let's do a final recap before we say goodbye.
We use will for spontaneous decisions at the moment of speaking, promises, offers, requests, predictions based on opinion or belief.
We use going to for plans and intentions made before now, predictions based on current evidence.
And remember, both are about the future. Both are correct in many situations, but choosing the right one makes you sound natural, confident, and fluent.
If you want a free PDF guide with all the rules from today's episode, plus 20 extra practice sentences, visit our website, EnglishSproutTV.com. The link is in the description below.
And if you enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button. It really helps other English learners find our podcast.
Subscribe to English Sprout TV if you haven't already. We post new episodes every single day.
And here's your homework. Write one sentence with will and one sentence with going to in the comments. Tell us about a plan you have or make us a promise. We read every single comment and we love seeing your progress.
That's all for today. Thanks for listening, thanks for learning, and remember, every small step you take brings you closer to fluency.
You've got this. We believe in you. See you in the next episode. Bye for now.